Are you interested in getting into therapy, like actually seeing a person? Maybe you're not quite sure where to do that or how to do that. I'm going to show you a few quick and easy ways that you can kind of search through and find a good therapist for you. Obviously, the internet is where most of us start when we want to look for anything. So I'm going to tell you a few websites that you might want to start with when you're thinking about finding a therapist. Here they are. This is my colleague Coralie, so I'm going to highlight her, even though she's not accepting clients at this time. When she does, you should definitely check her out. This is Psychology Today. So what you can do is go on to Psychology Today, type it into Google. You can type in your city name and zip code, and then they will give you a nice big list of therapists. And you can even decide if you want to look under specialties or specific issues that you might be coming in for. They'll tell you the client's focus, so what ages they might work with, and then different communities that they work within. You might also find whether they are licensed or if they're an associate or a pre-licensed level, which means that they're working on their hours currently, but they do not at the moment have a license. You could also find other qualifications and credentialing information here. And then under the finances, you'll get to see what is their rate per session and if they accept your insurance. Other things to consider are treatment approaches. So you're going to see that listed over here, treatment approaches. And there's a lot, as you can tell. Coralie has got a lot of different approaches that she will use with different clients. And if you want to figure out what those are, you can of course click on them and they'll give you a little bit more info. So that's Psychology Today. The next is called Therapy Den. Again, it's going to have this bar up here, where you can type in a zip code. I typed in 40205, which is the Highlands in Louisville, and you can scroll through and find different therapists. They're going to tell you, you can look by service, specialty, insurance, costs, specialized experience, etc. They also have an online or in-person option. I'm going to click on Shannon, who is a colleague of mine who has her own business for called Be Mindful, and she has her private practice under her own name. Now she is an LPCC, which is a little bit different than an LMFT, but more or less we do the same thing. This is a slightly different layout here. It's going to be giving you a little bit more of a profile. Shannon's got a video because she's a rock star, with some personal beliefs and interests. And if you want to contact her, you can go there. Next up is Good Therapy. Good Therapy is very similar to Psychology Today. You can type in the zip code where you want to find people. Over here is going to be common specialties, different types of service if you know what kind you're looking for, insurance companies if you have insurance and you want to use it. You can click which gender of therapist you prefer, types of therapy, language, accessibility if that's important to you, if you need to be able to get in and not have stairs, or if you need to know if your service animal is going to be welcome. And then even availability, which sometimes can be where we actually hit roadblocks when trying to schedule with therapists, because we are only available in the evenings and maybe they're taking new clients, but they're not taking clients for the evening. So that's kind of nice as well. And then of course all their contact information, and you can learn a little bit about them when you click on their page. Okay. If you need to have some low cost, low fee services and you're looking to go into private practice, maybe not using a community organization, what you can do is go to OpenPath. It also has, very similar to all the other ones, you can type in the zip code, select your range. They even have options for remote therapy. If then you know the therapist you're looking for, you can type that in here. And it's going to tell you if they're accepting new clients, what their specialties are, treatment modalities, treatment orientation, age, ethnic specialty, language specialty, etc. So you can click all those that apply to you or that you're desiring, and then you can go to their profile. I'll just go to my profile. It's going to tell you where I'm located, what the fees are. So OpenPath has OpenPath contracts with therapists to have a few spots available at lower fees. So this is 30 to 60 for individuals, 30 to 80 for family and couples counseling. And then it'll tell you skills and expertise, treatment orientation, and different information as well. All right, and 2 more ways that you could potentially find a good therapist would be, 1, ask somebody in your community, like a friend or somebody that you trust, somebody you're willing to say, hey, I think it's time for me to get back in therapy. Do you know anybody? You'd probably be surprised that a lot of people you know do know a therapist, because a lot of people you know might have a therapist. Another way you could another person you could ask would be your doctor or your doctor's office. Typically they have referral sheets with information about what insurance is, or sliding scales practices have, and who has what specialties. So there you go. Go out and find yourself a good therapist.